So yesterday was quite eventful, huh? Modern Warfare 3 leaks galore, and in the midst of all that information coming out from Modern Warfare 3, the official Call of Duty accounts were navigating the situation as one might expect. Dodge, duck, dip, diving, and dodging the confirmation of anything that may take away from their plans to reveal the project. However, in doing so, they had to indirectly confirm certain things that for Modern Warfare 3 and the entire franchise would be a first, as well as give us a glimpse of when we can expect more official information. Today we're breaking that down and continuing our focus on providing you the most thorough coverage here for all things pertaining to Modern Warfare 3. As we go along, drop your thoughts down below. What do you think of these official, air quote, unofficial confirmations? Do you think that it's good ideas, maybe not so much? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay there with all things Modern Warfare 3, XDefiant, and other FPS content. It's that time of year again where we get a whole host of reveals and confirmations real quickly and in succession. So for Modern Warfare 3 in particular, make sure you're here for all of it if you're interested. And finally, check out my friends over at G Fuel for upwards of 30% off with the code ESPRESSO on things like the tubs of hype sauce, MS melon, and hibiscus tea, as well as starter packs in the month of July. Links below if you're interested. But that said, let's jump into it. So first, let's start with a topic that's actually pretty interesting if you ask me. After the leaks that came out yesterday in droves, we saw that Call of Duty, of course, tried to do a little damage control without saying much confirmation-wise, but they did indirectly confirm that Modern Warfare 3 will be the first mainline COD title, like premium and paid-for COD project, that will carry content over between games. Obviously, we had this within Warzone through Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, and Vanguard, but that was all in the free-to-play capacity. We've never seen in Call of Duty history this happen between dubbed premium projects. Confirmed by Call of Duty tweeting, let's get this out of the way. Should hashtag Modern Warfare 2 operators, weapons, and bundles carry forward into Call of Duty 2023 with the poll options of yes and also yes, when is the reveal? So there you have it, with no option for no. Not like anyone would be saying no to that anyway, because I mean, who the hell wants to see cosmetics that we've already seen for like a third time following what Modern Warfare 2 is pulled in the shop this year? But it indirectly confirms that at the very least, we'll be seeing some Modern Warfare 2 content carry over into Modern Warfare 3. Now here's the thing, will all of those things be present within Modern Warfare 3? Because it's not specified to be the case. Call of Duty is always very intentionally ambiguous with that kind of stuff because it leaves the cards in their hands at that point where they don't technically have to transfer everything. Though I do still think that's probably the aim based off of prior insider reporting that stated the current plan is for the game to carry over maps and modes from last year's shooter in the context of talking about everything, but it also gives them an out if it's not technically possible. But that said, with that confirmation and also then with the mention of a prior report, will maps be coming? That's the one part that I'm very curious on, because the maps being tethered there was one of the big, well, that's kind of interesting moments that we saw for talking about Modern Warfare 3, because it would give potential for truly one of the largest day one offerings, which yes, I fully am aware that that would not be new content, but then again, neither is what is most of the MP offering that's rumored to be coming anyway. But come November, you'd essentially have 2 games in one to be able to play with instead of having to wait for a seasonal launch or something like that to get your first additional content offering. But the intentional omission of maps in that tweet gets me curious, maybe even a little concerned. Not necessarily because I like a ton of the Modern Warfare 2 maps, but unless there's new maps introduced with this upcoming project as well, we're basically playing Modern Warfare 2 2022 on Modern Warfare 2 2009 maps with a few new weapons introduced as well. So still a lot of unanswered questions for sure, but time will of course tell. However, one thing in addition to the confirmation that some of this stuff, if not all of it, will be transferring is that like 15 minutes after this was tweeted, Sledgehammer Games retweeted it, an account that has been relatively dormant beyond announcing Vanguard playlist updates, which honestly kudos to them. I will say they're the studio I feel like that in their off years still tweets probably the most instead of just going off into the, no pun intended, ether here with that, where they just kind of go off and do their own thing and don't interact with anything. Infinity Ward is quite literally only active in the years that their games are the mainline titles, and that's even a stretch. But they retweeted the first big ticket item in about a month or so asking about this content transfer. Again, indirectly confirming their involvement in the project because, well, Treyarch didn't retweet it, Beanox didn't retweet it, Raven didn't retweet it. Infinity Ward did, but that's a little bit more logical since that involves their content. But other than that, it's the only studio that was retweeting that question. Again, kind of giving more cadence to the idea that yes, we've already seen this leak that Sledgehammer is going to be the developer, but as we'll mention in a second, they still have not officially said anything that Sledgehammer will be the developer, like from an official capacity. Now, that was the sort of official end to the festivities here as of yesterday, but today they played into it a little bit further, talking about when we can expect to see more details. Tweeting, look for the first details about the redacted reveal event in the Season 5 announcement and additional Modern Warfare 2 carry forward details soon. Stay frosty. So this plays in directly with what we had rumored, and again, indirectly confirms it, that we'd see a reveal event of some kind coming within Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone, looking more so like Warzone, and as of recently, maybe even DMZ, as interesting as that is. We're gonna break that down a little further in another video here for the interest of time, because there are some details that are definitely curious and noteworthy that we've seen come out of this, but Season 5, at least at some point, is when we're going to see this all happen. Now, personally, I'm kind of now more leaning towards that camp of them not necessarily revealing it as soon as the season launches, but instead maybe a week or two after. I mean, because we've talked about it already. Why willingly take away attention from something you're trying to promote by promoting something else simultaneously? It limits the reach of each marketing campaign individually at that point. So that is something that was also confirmed, that Season 5 will include a reveal of some kind. Now, that said, that's where we're at. This year so far, I mean, independent of the later reveal time frame, has just entirely been fascinating to me when you consider how things have been presented so far. We have, at this point, still no genuine confirmation of Sledgehammer Games is making Modern Warfare 3 a sequel to Modern Warfare 2, but we've seen basically every official beat around the bush to not say that. And I get not wanting to spoil a marketing plan probably designed months ago so that you don't want to waste a vision because of leaks, but I also think it's hilarious that we know a decent bit about Modern Warfare 3 now at this point, yet technically speaking, we still don't know, in air quotes, who's even developing the game, something that we usually hear officially confirmed in the Q4 earnings reports in like January to March of each year. So certainly weird how this all has transpired, but that said, my overall thoughts here on this, I said it yesterday, gotta temper your expectations. If you do not like this game currently, it's very possible that you will not like what's upcoming. I mean, after all, it seems like this was the original Year 2 DLC content, but then instead of just releasing that, they built a new campaign, new zombies experience, and new gameplay mechanics and fundamentals built around that core concept of, hey, let's give remastered Modern Warfare 2 maps to the players. They built around that to justify a $70 price tag. As I've said before, I'm cautious. I want to be cautiously optimistic because I genuinely would like to think that I'm a positive person. But this year has without a doubt been the most negative that I've felt within the franchise, maybe ever. I want to enjoy the game. I want to see the community enjoy the game again. I personally think that it's possible that we could have a good game this year with the fundamental changes that Sledgehammer are looking to do if these leaks hold up, because I mean, it's basically most of the community gripes that we had with Modern Warfare 2 that Infinity Ward was way too stubborn on, and despite all the feedback, they just doubled down instead of testing alternatives. So for that, I think that it could be, big emphasis on could be, the game that we had hoped this year would have been, but I don't mean to say that in any sort of effort to hype you or anyone else up at this point. That's just where I think we could be. I've been burned and jaded by this game. I'm sure that plenty of you have as well. So I'm just talking objectively. This is what we've heard. This is the potential. Do with that what you will. The rest is entirely up to you. When I think about what this game likely will be compared to, is probably the original Modern Warfare 3, kind of. This, by all accounts, sounds like an expansion for Modern Warfare 2 rather than a new game. Content carryover, same engine, potentially art direction, Infinity Ward having a hand in the narrative and universal direction, but with gameplay adjustments, features, and more that are in some cases complete opposites of what Infinity Ward built out to be, again, the opposite of the interest of the diehard community. Could it and should it be a free expansion? I'd say yes to both of those, but corporations gonna do what they do anytime they see dollar signs, and especially when that number ends in a B for billions. Modern Warfare 3, for those that were around long enough, the original Modern Warfare 3, it's an objective truth that people had the same, it's just gonna be another year of the same reaction to Modern Warfare 3 after Modern Warfare 2. I mean, that entire mantra for years on end was the reason why we ended up getting advanced movement games, but the reaction was really loud for Modern Warfare 3 in particular. So ultimately, Sledgehammer has the potential to come in, correct course on what a lot of players wanted, and make this the Modern Warfare game that they had hoped we had all year long up until this point, and have a hand in introducing new features to the game like they did way back in the day. Specialists, streak packages, point streaks, and so on, but the potential to make a better Modern Warfare game than the original studio making Modern Warfare. So if I had a nickel for every time Sledgehammer had that chance to help craft a better Modern Warfare game than IW, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right? But that's where we're at here at this. Of course, we do know that some stuff will be carrying over. We know that a reveal event is on the horizon, and that is where we're at here with this. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of this year? Do you like the prospect of content transferring from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3? Do you think this is a good or bad precedent that we may see set here for even going forward with Treyarch? If there's a 2-year support window for that, or if there's a intermediary game coming in 2025, whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. But before we wrap everything up, make sure you check out my friends over at G Fuel. Code Espresso get you 30% off your entire order of things like hype sauce, hibiscus tea, MS melon tubs, as well as starter packs in the month of July. So if you guys want to try something out for the very first time or grab a restock, now is as best a time as any. But that said, link in the description below if you're interested. For now, that's what we're gonna call it. Drop your thoughts once again. If you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 3, X Defiant, and other FPS content here on the channel. We got you covered. But for now, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.